Nicole, who hasn't spoken. No, she had an interesting. She said something specifically about there was something red pill, or there's sort of this. Guys want to be red pill, but they don't have the means, or they don't have the money, or the status, or the game. Can you expand a little bit more on sort of this philosophy that you had?
What does that mean?
I'd love to hear it. I want to hear more.
Not a philosophy that I had, but as I feel like there's a lot of definitions of like what red pill is. So like maybe we should establish the working definition for this conversation. My perception of it is that it's a group of men who like want to achieve great things, right? There's this whole thing of like, be disciplined, make money, take care of yourself, be in shape, like don't be beta, so that they can attract lots of women and basically be able to have multiple girlfriends, non-monogamy, one directionally, right? Like full loyalty from the woman, but they may have like multiple, like Andrew Tate, like that's what I think of. What I was saying is that a lot of men I see who are like, I'm red pill, like this is going to be my lifestyle. It's like, bro, you don't even have the money for that. Like, it's like one woman doesn't want you and you want 6 women to want you. Like Andrew Tate, like say what you will, but like it says something about men when like multiple women are willing to be with one man. They're willing to share a man because the pool of other men is so bad. And then we have these men that think they're going to be like the next Andrew Tate. It's like, you have debt. You're not in shape. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, they're out of their minds.
So you're saying these guys are delusional then?
I'm saying a lot of these men that like want to be red pill do not have the means to be red pill in the sense of like, to be like Andrew Tate.
No, I think you're right for the most part with that. I mean, like, would the other ladies agree with that? Do you have a disagreement with that one?
I love Andrew Tate and Christian Tate. I think they're amazing. I think they're so sexy. I love their values, and I 100% agree with Nicole. There are so many men out there that are trying to be at that caliber, and they just aren't. And they walk around, oh, look at me, look at this. Ooh, I want this woman, that woman. Please.
But I mean, Amber, you just said that you love Andrew and Tristan Tate and everything they're about, but they're also the kind of men that would say, Amber, if you run an OnlyFans, you need to give 50% of your money to me because I own your body. Because you're with me. Would you have a problem with that?
We can come back to you.
Now we're thinking.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, see, this is...
You like a lot of the features and benefits of top shelf men, but then when top shelf men say to you, like, well, I have certain boundaries that I can't have you cross.
But they want to have like 7 to 8 women in their life. Why am I going to be told, oh, I can't do this? Yeah, I'm bringing in my own money. I'm doing my own thing. If I'm like their number, I don't know. I'm so confused.
But then you can't be with an Andrew Tate because that's part of the package. Part of the package is you're one of many women to him, and that he has like a large say over your life in particular ways in exchange for the lifestyle and sense of material security and child support.
I would do it. Why not?
So you would abandon that value because he's a high enough value man?
Yeah.
Interesting.
110% I would. If I knew
Nicole,
I was...
you're shaking your head. That's a no for you.
No, it's a no. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Amber.
Hell yeah, I would do it. Please. Easy.
Okay.
Easier than done.
But I mean, like, you were also in a relationship with a guy where you were a stay-at-home girlfriend and he took care of you and he set boundaries. But what? He wasn't high enough value. He didn't have enough money. He didn't have a Bugatti, a certain color. I mean, you had a problem with him when he set boundaries, but then you're also saying, "But I love Andrew and Tristan Tate, and I would comply with the rules."
That relationship, I was emotionally tormented, so it's a little bit different.
Okay. All right.
You can't have different standards. Like, here's the problem. Like, men and women, like, you can't have fluctuating, like, standards. Like, those are intrinsic to you, and you should be holding to your standards, your boundaries, your values, no matter the people around you. Otherwise, you're going to be, like, over here, you're over there, this guy, that guy. Like, these are things, boundaries and standards. Those are for us. Those are for us and other people who come to us. We say, hey, does that match? Not like, oh, I'm going to throw my values out
I'm
for
24.
this because,
Oh,
Yeah, but look,
I'm figuring it out.
the average woman's ego has been so overinflated because of the globalization of the sexual marketplace and Instagram and constant simps and comments and DMs. I mean, so we have all of these average or below average women that are making these outstanding demands about what they won't settle for in a man, and they need to have, she's 200 plus pounds and sits on her ass all day, but she wants a guy that's 6 feet tall and has six-pack abs, makes a six-figure income, can pay all her bills, because she's getting her ego inflated by guys on the street, guys at a gym that are looking at her, or on Instagram or any of these social media. So when I constantly hear women say things like, I have my standards, I have my boundaries, I'm not going to settle for less than I deserve, I know my worth. And it's like, well, whether we like it or not, we don't get to dictate our own worth. Our worth is determined by what somebody will pay for it and what the market dictates. You don't get to march out a junkyard car on the front of a lot and just slap a $100,000 sign on it because that's what you think it's worth. It's whatever somebody will pay for it.
Mop's actually agreeing with your point, Nicole, because
I just have a problem with his so Mop, when you say that a person's worth is determined by all these things, as a Christian, worth is
not on a
intrinsic.
human level.
And
not on a human level.
You're talking about like societal. Oh,
yes.
on the sexual marketplace.
Sexual
Okay,
marketplace,
fair. I just wanted to clear that up because you just said a person's self-worth, and I was like, red flag. Like, we're all beloved children of God. Our worth is equal. But in the socio-sexual market, okay, fair.
Well, I disagree with that, but we don't have to go down that road.
So let me ask you. Okay, so let me ask the ladies this question. So you're all single. You're dating. What percentage of men that you come across are you seeing as boyfriend type of material, like long-term, father of your children, like whatever it happens to be that you're looking for? Like, what percentage of men that you're dating meet that category for you right now?
Who's going first?
I'm only dating like one or two guys, and I would marry any of them. So.
No, I mean, like, of the men that you've dated, let's say since the start of the year, what percentage of men that you've dealt with would be that long-term type of relationship material?
I've only dated like two guys this year.
And both of them tick off all the boxes?
I would say so to a degree, but like you said before, it's very hard for many men to understand what I do for a living. And
so what would happen if Playboy Tristan Tate DM'd you tomorrow morning and said, hey, I saw you on Richard's show and I dig your vibe, let's go out?
Oh, I would 100% go, please.
So these two top shelf men that you're with, they wouldn't matter then?
It would still matter, but like I would give it a go with Tristan.
But they would be invisible at that point, so they're really not top shelf men.
Oh, you guys are putting me on the front. Now I don't know.
Well, I mean, these are some difficult questions that must be contemplated. This is why we're having this conversation.
Yes, actually.
When there's a conflict between what you say and what you do, we must believe what you do, right? Okay, so let's set Amber aside for a second. Shania, out of all the guys that you've dated in the past year, how many of them, like what percentage of them meet that category of long-term, like a guy that you would commit to?
I would say 100%. Like I said, I am only dating for long-term. I'd love to.
Every single guy that you've met is a top shelf man?
Well, anyone that I would pursue, I would see that there's a
What's
reason
the definition
that I'm
of pursue?
pursuing.
Is that like 2 dates, 3 dates?
I would just keep talking to them. Like I said, I'm monogamous.
But I mean, surely you've
in the
sat down on
stage.
at least one date in the past year and been like, this guy's a goof. He's never going to hear from me ever again.
Well, you said dating, right? Like the guys that I've dated.
Yeah, but you realize when you meet a guy in a dating app or something, or he approaches you and you swap numbers and you go out with him, you sit down, that's a date.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I had a different. So when I'm dating someone, it's someone that I'm continuously seeing. Okay. Not like first date that.
Yeah. Like I'm talking about of all the guys that you've met and dated. How many?
Oh, no, never mind. The percentage is way different.
Okay. So what is the percentage at that point then?
Probably like 70%.
70% would meet them?
Mm-hmm. But I haven't dated that much this year. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nicole?
So I would say this year, maybe 20%.
Okay. Jessica?
40%.
40%. Okay. I really hope you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full-length podcast, you can find that over here, that clip's from. If you're newer to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe over here. And pinned down below in the top comment, you'll find a bunch of useful links to my website, my supplement line, books, and a bunch of other stuff. Have an amazing day. Peace out.